Welcome to the first episode of the Polker Table. My name is Michelle, and I am here with Connor,
Hey guys.
Austin,
Hello.
and Hector.
Hello, y'all.
So, I thought it would be good for us to start the first episode by kind of giving an introduction on who does what here at Polker. Yeah, Hector, did you want to start?
Yeah, I can. My name is Hector Mayorga. I am the co-founder and chief of gaming for Poker. Basically, my position is mainly I make sure all the new games I come up with is brought out, planned out, brainstormed, and other things I do. Fortunately, it's top secret. Sorry, I can't say. But it rhymes with
Love
NFTs.
it. Love it. What about you, Austin?
I'm the operations manager here at Poker. Essentially, I wear a bunch of different hats. Mainly, the hat right now is human resources, making sure everyone has what they need day to day, making sure the company is doing well internally, and keeping everyone organized and on task.
Love it. Love it. And Connor.
Yeah, so I'm managing director here at Polker. My day-to-day tasks are sort of overseeing the operations side of the company, maintaining our relationships with the partners that we have, and looking out for new ones as well.
Awesome. And I'm Michelle, your host for the podcast, as well as somebody who works in marketing. I work in marketing for Poker. So, yeah, we thought this would be a really great way for us to connect with everyone who's already following Poker and anybody who's interested in crypto and especially cryptocurrency and gaming. Yeah, I thought that for this first episode, though, we could talk kind of about how we all got into cryptocurrency and like the crypto world and all that. Because I'm sure I know that I have like a weirdish story, or maybe it's kind of normal, but everybody has their own way of getting in, right? So who wants to get started?
Me,
Austin? Yeah.
I'm in.
Yes, do
I
it.
love my founding story for crypto.
I call
When
last.
Bitcoin was first starting to become just barely popular, there were actually Minecraft servers that had slot machines that would reward you with Bitcoin. Back when it was less than $1, right?
What?
And so I was playing these Minecraft slot machines. And that whole server would take a percentage of your Bitcoin. And I assure you now, those people are rich, unless they're one of the people that bought a pizza with Bitcoin. Those guys are insanely wealthy at this point. But at that point, I was like, oh, Bitcoin's like a fake thing. It's not worth any money. But it was. And that was my first intro to it. And throughout high school, throughout college, I started to get more and more involved in cryptocurrency. Started trading more than just Bitcoin. Started doing Ethereum, other altcoins, and eventually I found my way to poker, using my experience in like biz admin, managing small businesses, to come here. So my crypto story started with a video game, which it's fitting that I'm in a video game production company as well.
No, it is. It's a full circle.
It
Full
is.
circle. What about you, Connor?
Mine kind of starts around the same time as Austin's, surprisingly, actually. I've always had an interest in cryptography. And I came across Bitcoin. It must have been end of 2010, beginning of 2011, as this magical online currency which was unstoppable and would take over the world. And then yeah, I completely forgot about it. I looked into it, loved the idea, and then completely, you know, decided it was never going to do anything. And then fast forward to 2016, I got involved with decentralized finance, seeing the power of smart contracts in Ethereum.
Oh, cool.
Suddenly realized, it's actually, there's a lot of potential with this cryptocurrency thing. And then the end of 2017, suddenly Bitcoin went back from, hit its $20,000 mark, and all of the interest came in. And since then, I've just sort of, the interest came back. I've stayed learning more each day and each week. And that's what brought me to where I am now.
Nice. Nice. Did you want to go, Hector, or did you want me to go and then you want to go? Because you did say you wanted to go last.
I can go.
Okay.
So I got into crypto. Actually, I was exposed with crypto, Bitcoin actually, when I was trying to buy my first crypto. Uh, Turns out it was a scam, so didn't
Oh
work
no.
well.
Oh no.
So I turned away, and I was like, I never looked back. And then roughly around when I want to say 2014, when I used to work at Best Buy Geek Squad, uh, one of my friends says, "Hey, get into these cryptos." I was like, "Nah, man. One time I bought it, spam, it was a scam." Like, nah. And then he showed me the proper way how to buy it. And then since then, I just became one of the uh, an investor to it. So I just keep
Nice.
buying until I met the founder, and then that's when we decided to launch this game. But yeah, it started with a scale. Now it's not.
So did you get rugged, or was it just you sent money to a fake address?
uh, no, I think I got robbed. I sent money to somebody via Western Union, and I never got the
Oh.
There's no
crypto.
Bitcoin on that one.
And I was
Oh
like,
no.
I was younger. I went on Google how to buy
Yeah.
Bitcoin, and like the Reddits, and it shows like
Right, right.
people just say, "Hey, buy it here now." Oh, let me click. Yeah,
Nice.
failed.
Yeah.
But
Western Union, anytime that somebody says you need to go to Western Union, I get red flags. you know?
Oh, so Hector and I had to
now I
make a
do. Yeah.
payment through Western Union at one point, and we just felt like it was like in the '90s. Like, what are we doing? We're about to get scammed.
Right.
It was completely legitimate reason, and
yeah.
I won't get into it too far on this one, but it just felt so awkward. We actually have to go back soon to correct something we did wrong.
No, I do that
It's
for wiring money overseas because I have family living in Korea.
right.
So I do it, but every time I do, it feels so weird. And then, like, when you go to the store and they have like a red phone, I don't know if that's Western Union, but there's another one, right? And there's like this phone, and you just pick it up, and it like goes directly to like their customer service, and it's just like
Yeah,
so weird.
I think that's MoneyGram.
Oh, is that
I
what it is?
see.
Okay,
I've seen that in military movies.
yeah,
Yeah.
they
Direct line.
exist. Yeah, but yeah, it's not as cool as in the military. I'm assuming. Oh, for me, so what's interesting is well, I did know about crypto, but I never really got into it because I was afraid of, what Hector said, like not knowing enough. And I don't like really getting into things until I know like 100%, or at least like to that, like to a degree where I feel comfortable. So I kept pushing it off, pushing it off. And then, the panini happened, the pandemic. And there was quarantine and we were all stuck at home. And that was when it was like the first time in what felt like over a year where I just had time to sit. And so I started learning and I started also, buying stocks and doing some sort of trading stuff. And then, yeah, I saw Doge for like 0.00001 when it was like nothing, right? And I was like, oh, what's this? And then I look it up and I'm like, oh, cute. So I just like bought some, I bought a bunch because I'm like, oh, it's nothing. Like, I'll just put like $20 into it. And if I lost 20 bucks, it's the same as going and eating a small meal out. So it's fine. And then I just like forgot about it. And then months go by and all of a sudden people are flipping out and it's like skyrocketing, right? And I'm just like, what? Like, I did not know. I was so excited. And once that happened, that's when I was hooked. I was like, okay, I need to learn more. And so I started learning more and more. I mean, I think I'm still a real noob, right? Because I feel like Web3, the deeper you go down, it's just like this rabbit hole. Um, but yeah, so I feel like I've barely touched the surface in what I've learned, and I still have a long way to go. I mean, I think I know just enough to like buy and sell, at this point, and like basics of how crypto works and blockchain and all that. So like I have a basic understanding, but I feel like out of all four of us, I'm probably the newbie. Like, well, I am the newbie. Still learning.
I mean, hey, learning is the path to like understanding all of this complex things, all of the weird stuff in crypto. NFTs as well are very strange too. So it's okay to be a noob because there's a lot to learn. I still feel
Yeah,
like a noob sometimes as well.
yeah, totally.
I swear, the more the
S-
more I learn on this, the more I realize there is to learn. To be honest,
yeah,
like
What
every month, I decide, okay, I think I've realized this, and by the time I've managed to work out how something works, they've gone and developed five more protocols in different directions. So it's great because
right.
there's always something to be learning, which I think is good for everyone.
so are all four of our so wait, your first experience was Doge, right, Michelle?
Yeah.
So Hector Connor's and our mine was Bitcoin. At least
Mhm.
attempted to get Bitcoin. Okay. Got it.
Oh, I didn't even attempt. By that point, I was like, I'm too far gone.
Fair.
I do know I have a friend of mine who tends to buy crypto when she drinks. It's like a weird quirk. It's like she doesn't buy it. Like I'm not kidding. Like she will like she'll just like hang out and start drinking, and then once she gets to a place where she's like at a certain level, she just starts buying crypto. But it works. Like she has made so much money, and I was just like, man, I wish I had that superpower.
This is not an endorsement to drink and buy crypto.
No, no,
Please
we're not saying drink crypto. I mean,
drink crypto. Yeah.
drink
Please
alcohol.
don't drink it.
um,
Well, it's 5 days still.
yeah, but yeah, that's a special quirk. I don't have that, but yeah, still learning, and I think that's why this podcast will be great too, right? I thought this would be great as a way for us not to just talk about poker, but mostly about crypto and how it's changing the gaming world as well, and also our company essentially does like a little bit of everything, right? And I mean, we have a little bit of everything. We have the crypto, we have the NFTs, we have the gaming and all that. And so I think that will be really fun for us to share that. And hopefully, if there are other people who are interested in this kind of stuff, they can listen and enjoy. Does anybody have
Yep.
any questions before we end our first episode today? I feel like I'm teaching and podcasting. I don't know why. I'm in instructor mode right now for some reason.
Teacher.
Yes, Austin.
Are we allowed to talk about our current crypto plays, or are those should that be avoided on the podcast?
I think that would be fine, right? I mean, as long as we're telling people we're not advisors. I mean, we're just a couple of
Yeah, as long as there is a
coworkers who,
really clear, this is not financial advice disclaimer. So
yeah.
Right. I mean, we could just dive full into like the meta irony and go, I am a financial advisor. Yes, do this. But no, so we're allowed to talk about it.
I think so.
Cool.
I mean, I just told people I bought Doge when it was a
Right.
thing.
I mean, but like that's in the past, right? Versus current. Like, yeah,
Right.
it's a bit different. But can someone explain to me why Ethereum is just going straight to the moon? I tried looking into it. It's just
Hmm.
I don't know why. There was nothing that was really triggering it.
Ethereum's, it's gonna, my opinion, is gonna keep going this way. Like it's
I
the
do think
first,
so too. Yeah.
it's
There's
the
so
first
many
project that's
other
getting it.
tokens that run on that. Yeah.
It's got so many different layers to it. It's all of the smart contracts that we use on every single platform, whether it's on
Hmm.
Binance Smart Chain or on Polygon. They're all written in Solidity, which is created from Ethereum, right? So like
Yeah.
as far as I can see, like all of these networks are built from Ethereum upwards. And with the whole migration to proof of stake and the environmental benefits of this, like
Hmm.
I really think it's I don't think it will overtake Bitcoin in market cap, but it's definitely gonna. I think it will solidify its place in number two, personally.
I think it's already
Yeah.
solidified number two, like no matter
Yeah.
what. And
For sure.
honestly, I just can't really understand like the specific market motions of it because it feels like when I checked once in the middle of the night, it went from like 23 to like 26. I was like, what? Like, all right, and just throw my phone down. Like, all right, that's just Ethereum, I guess. Woke up in the morning, literally no big announcements. There's no like Ethereum 2 thing coming out. There's
Hmm.
not there is just nothing. There's people speculating on where it will get to, and that doesn't really matter in the short term. But
I
it
mean,
just seems such an esoteric idea of Ethereum's market. Anyway, go ahead.
but I mean, I always feel like because I always in tandem always look at my crypto at the same time that I look at my stocks, right?
Mhm.
And they all go very simultaneously, right? Like just next to each other. And especially if we're in like a bear market, it's never usually like a crash unless like there's something significant like a pandemic happening. So it's like it drops down and then a whole bunch of people try to like rev it back up and then it goes back. So it's like this. So I'm thinking that's kind of what it is. So I don't know. I mean, who knows though, right? Everybody always thinks that they know and then it always like not
Right.
it doesn't end up happening the way you think anyways. But I don't know. Some people are like bear market's over. I was like, dude, it's been 3 days. Chill out.
I mean, so Connor and I actually spoke about this at one point about how every bear market that comes gets significantly weaker in crypto and
Mhm.
significantly shorter. And honestly, I'm not seeing if this was a bear market that we're in, it didn't seem like it lasted too long. Connor, do you have an opinion on that? That's PG-13 without
I
cursing.
I'm like the eternal pessimist when it comes to this. I don't think that we're anywhere nearly out of the bear market. If you look at the 90-day trajectory, like we've gone from all-time high at 69,000. Yeah, we're sitting still like 37% down today. Yes, we're up over 3 days, but I don't think that this is the light at the end of the tunnel yet.
Yeah, I don't either.
So I think we have a bit more time. I do agree, like what we said, Austin. They do seem to be getting shorter and they're less intense.
Hmm.
We're not going to see maybe 90% drops from all-time high like we have done before, which take 2 years to recover. But I do feel that we're probably not at the bottom yet, and that hopefully this is maybe this is the end. I'd love to be wrong,
Right.
but I feel like it probably isn't.
Hmm.
So, what's your prediction on when something like this ends? You're not a financial advisor. I promise you're not.
Uh, I always go with the theory that Bitcoin, the whole market's always followed the halving cycles from Bitcoin. We
Hmm.
had 2016 was the halving, then we had the all-time high in 2017. 2020 was the halving. We had the all-time high 2021. So if we follow the same pattern again,
So,
unfortunately, that would mean
2024.
2024 would be the halving and 2025 would be the next all-time high.
Hey, that's only 2 years.
So yeah, like I mean, in the for people who are trading in the end, it's good. This is accumulation. It's time to buy more.
Hmm.
We can't just expect money to always go up. Otherwise,
Right.
we'd all be rich, and there would be no logic in trading. It's
Hold
not
on, I'm
always a
buying more right
short-term
now.
thing.
Just pull up the phone and prove it. I'm kidding. I'm
It's
kidding.
like we're recording a podcast. Meanwhile, he's on his phone buying more crypto.
Oh yes, this all makes sense. We're at the bottom. Bye.
No financial advice except for Hector.
Yeah.
And then just in general, it seems like it's not really affecting a lot of like startup projects either, right? This go around, it hasn't shot a lot of people in the back of the head, right? It's just it seems everyone's staying through, staying vigilant, staying
Yeah.
resilient. So I I'm looking forward to the future of weaker bear markets and stronger bull runs. Personally,
Don't we all?
right?
Don't we all? But yeah, I think this is a good place for us to end our first episode. Thank you all so much for listening, and thanks to Hector and Austin and Connor for coming. We're hoping that we're going to change things up sometimes. We'll have some guests on and we'll talk about different things. So, yeah, check us out and tune in to our next episode. Thanks.
Bye, PKR.
Bye.
Yeah.
Later, y'all.
Bye, everyone.
Not financial
We're not
advice.
financial advisors.
Not financial. Talk really fast. You have to do it like the drug commercial.